Over the years, we've heard a lot of strange things ruin a good first date before.
Mm-hmm.
Like a declined credit card,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
an upset stomach.
Yeah.
That's a
Bill,
bad
why have
one.
we've had a lot of those.
We have.
Yeah.
Or a movie with one too many cousin kissing scenes.
Wait,
I know what
there
you're
can be a
thinking,
certain
Brooke. There's no
amount?
such thing as too
Yeah.
many cousin kissing
I
scenes.
mean, I haven't seen it yet,
But-
but
I'll tell you, today was the first time a listener ever told us his entire date was ruined by one aunt.
one
What the heck?
like
Not-
like his aunt, like his
No,
aunt.
not the kind of aunt that pinches you on the cheeks and comments on how big you've grown.
Oh.
I'm talking about the tiny insect. How is it possible one aunt killed the romance?
Oh
You're
my
going to
gosh.
hear it in one of the most unexpectedly heated second date updates we've ever had on the show. It's coming up next. Brooke, you like it when a guy knows exactly what he wants, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, that's an attractive quality.
Oh, sure. Uh-huh.
Do you like it when a guy knows exactly what he doesn't want?
I mean, if he's not vocal, I don't need to hear about that. Yeah.
You're just
Yeah, I
afraid
think
that it's you.
I think it's good for him as a person, but I think usually that means that he doesn't want me, so I don't want to
Got
know,
it.
you know?
I'm-
Why
Like,
would
just
he bring
keep-
it up?
Right, just keep it to yourself.
I'm just bringing it up because one of our listeners says he likes one thing, and that's curvy women.
Okay.
But-
not a unique thing.
He says he believes women on dating apps are abusing that term. And
Oh, God.
I'm curious to know what he means by that. So, Glenn,
I think everyone listening now wants to clarify.
Glenn, welcome to
mean-
the show, man.
Hey, thanks for having me on today.
Can
Yeah,
you-
That's a hard open,
Yeah,
Glenn.
Brooke isn't happy with you already, so
well,
you need
it's
to turn
kind
this
of like
around.
Well, I don't
women
know.
shouldn't be describing themselves that way.
Well, I don't know what he means. Can you tell us what you mean? Like, why do you think people are abusing the term curvy?
Well, everyone tries to make themselves sound as attractive as possible on these things, but curvy is, the old cartoons, the classic, you get your hands and you make the hourglass shape. You want
you mean the unobtainable measurements of Barbie? Is that what you're talking about?
No, not even that. No, I like a real woman with curves. If I wanted a 12-year-old boy, I'd date a 12-year-old boy, but no.
Wait,
again,
okay.
yeah.
Well,
I think that
hopefully
maybe
that's not
we
what you're
should
into.
not talk. Let's not,
yeah.
not open our mouths anymore.
Or at least date an 18-year-old boy.
Okay, so I'm
God.
just trying to understand what you're saying here, Glenn. What you're saying.
Do we want more clarification,
Well,
Jeff?
I'm just trying to see his perspective. He
Okay.
thinks women of all shapes use the term curvy too liberally.
Yes, because you have to have a curve up top, a curve down bottom, but in the middle, it's got to taper in a little bit, so you have a clear, definitive
okay.
waist area.
So you're saying that like your date showed up and didn't match her description. Is that what you're trying to get to?
No. It just took me a long time to find the kind of girl that I was looking for on the dating apps.
Okay, Glenn, what did you like about her outside of her physical appearance?
Well, what was her name?
Oh, that's a good
or
point.
or does
Brooke
it doesn't
doesn't
even
care.
matter?
Yeah.
You know what?
Does not
Screw
care.
it. We don't need her name. Tell us more about her.
Her name's Megan, and
Okay.
one of the things that I said when I was looking for the date was I'm looking for a nature girl, like a nature nerd. I love going hiking.
Okay.
I know there's over 900 different types of fig trees. I know there's one breed of wasp that pollinates them. Like, I
Whoa.
know these things. It's a big hobby of mine. And,
Okay,
You need a
cool.
girl that's curvy and knows that stuff too?
well, at least can pretend to be interested, if not, or willing to learn.
I'm looking for a curvy
You know, though, I will
herbologist.
say, I think it's attractive. I don't know about Alexis, but I think it's attractive when people have can nerd out on something.
Yeah,
you know, that like
amazing.
have a true passion. That's a good sign.
I think Alexis likes it if they're actually not nerds, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then they wouldn't be rich.
I know my focus is kind of narrow, but again, that's why I'm on the dating sites so that I can find someone
Okay.
who
Okay.
kind of sort of will match that.
So is that what you
nice.
did for your date? You guys went outside?
Yeah. I found a site where you can print out these lists of nature scavenger hunts. I said, well, this would be really cool.
Yeah, I do that for my kids.
What do you mean?
Like find a heart-shaped rock. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, stuff like that. Yeah. So we can go out for a walk and talk and kind of get to know each other and just explore nature. And,
That's interesting.
That sounds fun.
well, it was okay.
Oh, just okay.
Yeah, the checklist that I had, I didn't think it would be a big deal. But there's things like find a wild mushroom,
Yeah.
find some feathers, find a butterfly.
I think I know what the problem is here. The butterflies weren't proportionate enough. Is that what it is?
They were
They're not
curvy
curvy enough?
butterflies.
Yeah.
They're too round.
You want those monarchs with an hourglass shape.
You
Is that
still
what
look
you're
like
saying?
a caterpillar over there.
We're just messing around with you, Glenn.
Trying to lighten the mood.
So did Megan seem to have any fun?
Well, it got a little less friendly as the day wore on because we couldn't find a damn thing. Like, I was getting a little frustrated.
You're getting frustrated over your list?
Over the lack of being able to find anything on this damn list. They have ants in an anthill on the list, and we couldn't find ants. We couldn't find anything. There was nothing on the list.
Was this your mood as the list became more
Hard to attain?
unobtainable?
I mean, did you show your frustration to Megan?
I think it kind of leaked through because I'm going, I finally got a date with a girl that I am attracted to, and we're doing something that she's willing to be interested in, and we can have a good time and get to know each other. And now nothing else is working out, and I'm just looking like a jackass.
Honestly,
Let's keep finding Band-Aids.
I don't think she really probably cared about completing your scavenger hunt.
Well, tell us how it ended, because we got to wrap this up soon.
So at the edge of a park, there was a food truck. So we went over to the food truck, and we got corn dogs. And
that's fun.
Oh, yeah, no, it's terrific. We're sitting on a step, we're eating them, we're finishing up, and she just goes, really nice meeting you. And then she goes, I have to go. I have to meet up with my roommate for a work thing.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Hey, I have a question. Why are we calling her? Is it because this is the only woman that has ever matched with you? And you have very, very high standards and specific requests here.
It just started off with so much potential, and
then the ants had to ruin it for you. So we're going
the lack of the ants would have saved it for me.
Yeah,
The lack of ants ruined it for me.
Well, if the ants wouldn't step up for you, we will right now. We're going to call Megan, and we're going to ask her why she isn't wanting another date with you.
We know why.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to try and convince her to give you another chance.
We know a lot of whys.
We're going to give her a reason why to go out with him one more time. How about
we?
that, Brooke? You think of that during the break. We'll come back, call Megan, get your second date update right after this.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.
All right, hold on, man. You know what's funny is when you think of your social circle, and this is true, a lot of the times it's the people you didn't get along with at first who later go on to become your closest friends and even lovers.
Oh,
So,
wow,
Glenn,
Jeffrey.
I think Brooke might be coming after you so hard right now because she actually has a little bit of a crush on you.
I figured a man would read it that way.
Yeah. Have you seen a picture of her online? Because, Brooke, would you describe yourself as curvy?
No.
Oh, how would you describe it?
I have the flattest booty ever.
Oh.
I would not describe myself as curvy.
You like a little flat backside, Glenn?
No. Like I said, I know it's a unicorn that I'm looking for here, but a curvy girl who is into nature and just a great conversation.
Brooke, you checked at least two of those
I
things.
don't know. No, we're not talking about me anymore. Okay.
What about me? I'm shaped like a potato.
Yeah.
But you hate nature.
Glenn, what?
Oh, that's true.
What are you offering? You're asking for such high.
I'd like to hear this too.
Yeah.
Good question.
What are you bringing to the table for this unicorn?
Sounds like someone's interested.
Yeah, I just.
She wants to know more about you, Glenn.
I'm doubting it.
Why don't you take some
Chef.
notes here?
Well, I'm reasonably smart. I'm educated. I take an interest in a wide variety of subjects. I try not to be cliche, which is why I try to find stupid things like nature scavenger hunts.
He knows a lot about nature. We know that.
And he's also humble. He only called himself reasonably smart.
Yeah, I know what I like, but I respect women. I love women, and I just want to find the right one. That's all.
And
I think
Very
you're.
particular.
he feels like the right one was Megan,
Okay.
who he met online,
Yeah.
and they went on a scavenger hunt. Unfortunately, he did get a little bit frustrated when he couldn't find some of the things on their list, like ants. So he's hoping that didn't blow it for him, and we're going to find out if we can get you another chance here, all right?
And no matter what, Glenn, I'll have a little offline conversation with you later about how to.
Well, I told you, the flat booty does not do it for me, but I appreciate you flirting.
He's got a good sense of humor.
I don't think he's joking.
And he's loyal. He's loyal to Megan. So let's call her and see what she has to say. Here we go. I'm going to dial her number right now.
Hello?
Hello, is this Megan?
Oh God.
Yes, this is she.
Hey, Megan.
Can we apologize now?
Why? We want to talk to you a little bit, Megan. You're on the radio show Brooke and Jeffrey in the morning.
I'm sorry. What is this?
Well, just know I'm on your side.
Sounds weird. She doesn't even know what we're talking about.
I think it's important to start out the gate.
We're a
makes
morning show, Megan, and we do a segment on our show called a second date update. That's what this is. We're trying to help one of our listeners who went on a date with you recently. His name is Glenn.
Do you remember Glenn?
Yeah, I do. I don't know why you're calling me about him, though.
Well, he said that he had this big idea to do a nature scavenger hunt, and it was going okay, but then he got a little bit frustrated when certain things in nature weren't making themselves appear to you guys.
I think what it was is that he had the idea of a perfect date for you, and it wasn't panning out, and so he let his frustrations get the better of him.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree with that?
Well, he seems to have a temper, and it wasn't necessarily, it wasn't focused on me per se, but he would go from zero to just letting loose a string of curses because he couldn't find the ant on this checklist.
Man.
He was so into it. He had this laser focus on completing this task, and he was getting red-faced and really mad about it.
Weird.
That is such a red flag.
We spoke to him. We didn't get that impression at all.
Did we not? Because I did. I had that impression, Jeff.
I
Don't say
felt he
we on
was
that one.
very-
I totally heard
He's
that.
like a little curvy butterfly.
It's like this guy. I mean, did you tell him to calm down?
Well, I was trying to redirect. I was trying to ask him questions about himself. I was trying to find out his other interests, and instead he would start giving me this litany of facts, like the Latin name for dandelion, and who are the pollinators for it. And I was just like, I'd rather know about you.
So am I understanding you right? Like that's the reason that you're not calling him back because you felt maybe he had a little bit of a temper?
I mean, that's one of them.
Oh, there's more red flags.
Uh-oh.
Well, the other one was that the man that I met that day didn't match up with the man that was described in his profile.
Oh, really?
What?
Oh, I am very interested in your take on this.
What do you mean?
The way he described himself, and based on the photos I saw, he described his build as athletic. And that really appealed to me because I go rafting. I love that stuff.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's
so
great.
you're a really active person.
But so you said that
Yeah.
he said he looked athletic, and when you showed up, what did he look like to you?
Well, he looked softer.
Okay. That's a kind way to say it.
Is that kind?
Yeah.
No, I don't know about all that. He just didn't look as sturdy as in his photos, and he was getting winded while we were just walking around that park. I know he was getting mad, but I was paying attention to the fact that he was getting out of breath.
Brooke, why aren't you getting outraged at her for
Body shaming.
For
She
body
Worded
shaming
it
him?
nicer.
Are you kidding me?
Because she did.
You're
she
telling
wasn't
me
going off about that, and the hypocrisy of it all is so amazing. That
Your
this
hypocrisy.
is a guy. This
the
is a
hypocrisy
guy,
of you right now, Brooke,
No.
because the athletic body style is unattainable that they show in Men's
This is
Health
a guy
magazine.
who we started the conversation and he was moaning about how women mislabeled themselves and how horrible they are for calling themselves curvy.
He did?
And then he has the audacity to mislabel himself.
I think we're finding out a little bit too much information at this point. It's a little oversharing, and I need to let you know at this point that Glenn is on the other line
Hey,
and
Glenn.
has been hearing all of this.
Oh, hey. Oh, hi. Oh, hi.
Oh, Glenn. Wow, got your tail between your legs on that one.
Well, I don't know if I was out of breath so much, but I was a little breathless in your presence, I guess.
Aw, romantic.
Don't fall for that.
Glenn, what do you think of that? She doesn't think that you're athletic looking.
Well, everyone goes through cycles. Everyone has, good weeks, bad weeks.
So you're asking for a little bit of empathy, maybe a little bit of.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Everyone's a work in progress. Everyone.
True.
That's a really smart thing to say.
Yeah, maybe if you actually gave that to other people, then you would receive it back. The empathy.
You lost him.
No. Okay.
I'm just speechless there because I think she's perfect the way she is. I'm just so frustrated, aggravated with myself for.
Don't get aggravated, bro. We don't like you when you're angry.
Megan, we haven't heard from you. I mean, what? Now you can talk to Glenn and tell him about his soft body and how disappointing
Stop
it
it,
was.
Jeffrey.
Well, you told me on the call, so I don't think I need to repeat myself. I didn't mean any offense if I did offend you.
No, I know. I can definitely work on the softness. I guess there's not much I can do about the butterflies in migration.
Okay. Yeah, you're still worried about the
back to
scavenger
that?
list. Glenn, I mean, why are you using old photos?
Again, another fault of mine. I put up a couple old photos. I haven't updated my photos, and yeah, I've put on a few pounds since then. That's my fault too. Everything.
Okay.
Whoa.
Glenn, you don't have to beat yourself up over it.
Don't be mad. He
I just-
literally may beat himself up.
I think
Yeah,
that
but at
if
least
you-
it's cushioned so it wouldn't hurt his back. But Glenn, we want to help you here, man. We want to get you another date.
Maybe if we could just end with you saying one nice thing about Glenn, that would help Glenn. Because I think what Glenn should work on is maybe himself for a while.
Sure.
I'm inclined to agree with that.
All right. So let's
Okay.
think of one nice thing to say.
I would say the nicest thing that I noticed you had going for yourself were your manners and how you treated me.
See? That's good.
There you go.
See?
Yeah, that's a real positive, Glenn.
Glenn, what do you think of that, Glenn?
I certainly appreciate that, and like I said, I try to be as respectful as possible. Maybe the frustration that I point to myself, I should probably have a few more manners towards myself too. But
Yeah.
Look at that. That's a moment of growth.
Be nice to yourself, buddy.
And
Okay.
maybe
but this dating thing, this jungle of dating thing, it's horrible. So I probably just got overexcited that I thought I actually found someone I could connect with.
Okay, well, let's get out of the jungle and let's just go back to the park. And we want to send you on a date that we will pay for. Like a little bit of a redo.
Yeah.
What do you think of that?
Glenn, if we can do something where you can be a little more curious about me and less about the greenery, the environment, I would say yes to another.
Hey,
Okay.
Look
Did
at
not
that.
expect
'Cause
that.
He was nice.
Don't know if
and
I'd
had
advise
manners,
that.
and he's smart.
Glenn?
I would love another chance, and I am very curious about you. I'm super curious about you, and I promise I will try as hard as I can to not get in my own way and screw things up.
Okay. Well, look at that. It's a successful second date update, even though Brooke tried to sabotage it the entire time with her flat behind.
Just, that's a lot of red flags, Megan.
Don't worry, Brooke. There's someone out there for you too.